How's it going, everybody? Jordan here, and in today's video I'm going to go over my build and review for the Dionysos legendary set. This build is so much fun if you love the assassin playstyle. It feels really strong and it looks really cool. Before we get started, if you enjoy the video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get right into it. Alright, so the main set bonus for this Dionysos armor set is 100% crit damage with assassin abilities. Now what makes that so fantastic is crit damage is amazing on all builds, especially for assassins. When you crit your assassination, you can one-hit mercenaries, you can one-hit bosses, and on top of that, it applies to rush assassinations. So if you can get your crit chance high on this build, you'll be able to almost instantly kill mercenaries with rush assassinations from a distance, clear out a bunch of people. It's really fun to play. What I'm going to do right now is show you my engravings and how I tweaked it to make it what I believe is the most powerful. So the primary weapon I use on the build, which isn't the one that came with the set. It came with some daggers, but I'm not a big fan of those daggers. What I decided to go with was the poison daggers, Arachne's stingers here, and then I put armor penetration on it because daggers don't have default armor penetration, and so that gives them almost the equivalent of a 30% damage increase, but you'll notice it if you put the engraving on there. The second weapon is I put the Greek hello to give me more assassin, more crit damage. Now notice that this is a crit based build with assassin ability, so you want high crit chance and you want more crit damage. So I went with the Greek hello to get all damage, and then I put 30% more damage while full health on here because as an assassin you're probably going to be full health more often. And then on the bow I went with poison damage for the poison daggers because I do want the ability to kind of deal some more dagger damage if I get into a melee combat. And then I obviously put more crit chance here, assassin damage, and then the basic arrows become poison arrows. If we look at the helmet, it has a nice ability of assassins, and then bonus there because I'm picking the daggers is damage with daggers. But I want to take advantage of the critting of the assassin abilities. You want to lean into the bonuses of the legendary sets that you're using, so I went with 14% crit chance while full health. On the arms, it has crit damage, and the arms have 7% crit chance. Again, I'm engraving it with more crit chance. We want to keep leaning into critting with this. On the chest, there's crit damage already taken, so I took poison damage for the daggers on this one. On the waist, it has crit damage while full health, and so I put again more crit chance on the waist. So on the boots, there's assassin damage, 60% crit damage while full health, and then I engraved it with 14% more crit chance while at full health. Alright, let's look at the abilities that I chose. I leaned heavily into the poison mastery here because of the crit chance or the crit damage on abilities. I leaned into hero strike, rush assassination, critical assassination, and then sneakiness. Those are the ones that deal the damage on the assassin tree. So these two especially will be dealing the most amount of damage in your build. And then because it has this dagger and meleeness, but it's kind of vulnerable, I went with health and then battle cry of Ares just in case you get caught in a scenario where you feel like you might die. You can save yourself with that ability because you're not able to die. And then I put the rest into passive abilities. And lately I've just really loved the rapid fire. So because of the poison arrows, rapid fire, I chose to use that, and it's been really fun. On the masteries, I put as many points as I could into crit chance while full health, crit damage while at full health, damage at full health, and damage with daggers. And then I put more into chance to ignore half damage so that if I do get into a melee assault, that I can defend against some of the attacks that I'm receiving. And then I put a couple more points into adrenaline on assassination kill. Alright, let's go over the pros and cons of this legendary set. The pro is it has high assassin crit damage. Like I was saying, rush assassinations can one hit 5 mercenaries all on you. So if you're able to hide or you attract 5 mercenaries or 5 elite bosses, you can hide and rush assassinate through all of them or the leader and all of his guards very quickly, especially if you have a high crit chance. So that makes it really fun in my opinion. The cons, because legendary gear doesn't have that third bonus perk, there's almost no defensive perks on this build, which isn't super necessary on an assassin build, but it does make you incredibly vulnerable, especially with the damage with daggers on the head, which kind of expects you to get into some sort of assault. And it's only assassination crit damage. It's not warrior crit damage or bow crit damage. So to me, this definitely pushes you in the assassin tree. I think If you're really trying to optimize an assassin build, there might be a better one out there, but this one still deals a lot of damage and is a lot of fun. Alright, let's go over the ratings for this legendary build. For the set bonus, I give it a 4 out of 5. The reason I don't give it a full 5 out of 5 is because the crit damage only applies to assassin, not to things like hunter or warrior, but it's still really powerful and really fun to play. For the damage rating, it gets a 5 out of 5. The double crit damage with the set bonus can be really powerful if you're using assassin abilities like a rush assassination, critical assassinations, and hero strike. The defensive rating, I couldn't be too rough on this. This is an assassin build. You're not expected to absorb a lot of damage, so I gave it a 2 out of 5, but there is really no tankiness at all in this build. For utility rating, I gave it a 3 out of 5. It doesn't give you any adrenaline back for any of the things you do, but assassination builds naturally give you more adrenaline because assassinations, in my opinion, give you more adrenaline than other parts of the game. In fun to play, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 because I really enjoyed playing it with this. The mount looks really cool, the gear looks really cool, and the ability to just rush assassinate through a bunch of people is so much fun. So the overall rating I'd give it is a 3.8 out of 5. So that's the Dionysos set. It's really powerful if you love using assassin abilities, you love abilities like rush assassination, and you love crit damage and the ability to just bing bang boom crit assassinate as many of your enemies as you want instantly. It's so much fun to play. I would highly recommend it. Again though, it just doesn't quite have all the damage that other builds do have in the game, but that doesn't make this not fun to play. I recommend you check it out. Thanks again for watching this video. If you liked it, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'd appreciate that, and I'll see you next time.